Hello, my name is Tarun Agarwal, and in this video, I'm going to tell you how I got 78% show up rate in my live webinar without calling any prospect. Okay, so recently I did a live webinar using a world class quality tool, webinar tool, which is Webinarjam, and this is the analytics screenshot which I've taken from that webinar. So, this webinar. In this webinar, we got 256 visitors, 131 registrants, and we got 78% show up rate in the live webinar as a live attendees, and 8.4% people they watch the replay, and there are more people who are going to watch the replay later on as they are now opening those links. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what are the 7 steps which I followed to get 78% show up rate in my live webinar. So basically, if you see industry standard is around 20-25%. So if you invite 100 people to your webinar, you get only 20-25%. But here 20-25 people. But here I got 78% show up rate. Okay, how was it possible? Let me tell you 7 steps which I took. Okay, so number 1 step which I took was I first of all identified my target audience. Okay, I very clearly identified my target audience. So basically, I'm into network marketing business, and I help people to make money through network marketing. Okay, so what I did, number 1, first I identified my target audience. My target audience are people who are interested in making money, make money niche, and people who have invested money in some online courses. So especially for this webinar, I targeted people who are already who have already made up their mind to do some online business, and people who have already invested money in some online courses from different coaches. Okay, see, these days people are very confused about which course to buy. They have bought so many courses, but they are not getting any results. They are not able to make money. So my target audience for this webinar were people who are struggling in making consistent money online. Okay, so these were my target audience. So once the target audience was clearly defined, next step I took was I decided a very powerful hook for the webinar. Okay, which makes them really very curious to attend it, and the hook for my webinar was how to make money online without buying courses. Okay, so this was a very good hook, and because of this, okay, first I decided this hook, and next I created a very attractive poster using Canva tool. Okay, and let me show you the poster. So this was the poster which I created for this webinar: live online masterclass, the easiest way to make money online without buying any courses or paid tools or paid advertisements. So this was the poster where you see in this entire poster I have not mentioned I have not mentioned name of any person. I'm not using my own image. Okay, my own photo. Basically in this poster I wanted the entire focus to go into the message which I wanted to deliver. Okay, to make people really curious to attend this webinar. Got it? So this was my poster. So fourth step which I took was I decided the best suitable time for my audience, and I understood that the best suitable time was 8 p.m. Okay, because most of my audience were in India and this webinar was in Hindi. So I decided time as 8 p.m. Okay, then I set up a webinar using the best webinar tool, and I am using Webinarjam instead of Zoom. I use Webinarjam for doing my webinars. So I created an attractive landing page. So let me show you the landing page which I created. That is dnaclub.in/MMO. Okay, so basically, yeah, this was a landing page. Okay, and now it is directly taking to the replay page because I've enabled replay. Okay, so basically what I did, I used this tool called Webinarjam. Okay, and using Webinarjam I actually set up my entire webinar. Okay, and once this webinar is finished, now it is automatically taking the person to the replay room. Okay, so attractive landing pages I created, attractive thank you page also created using Webinarjam, and then I created a countdown timer page. Okay, which is again created by Webinarjam itself, and then I set up the reminders for the webinar. Okay, like 1 hour before the webinar. So if I click on the Webinarjam, if I open the Webinarjam my webinar, this was the webinar. So if I click on edit, full configuration, next. Okay, and if I show you the configuration notification, so here I set up some automated email, like email immediately, send this email immediately with the webinar link once anybody opt in. Then pre-webinar reminder. Okay, 1 hour before the webinar, 15 minutes before the webinar. So which means this is the reminder which I sent using automated email sequence which is there in Webinarjam itself. And after the webinar, post webinar, I actually targeted people who have registered but they didn't attend the webinar. So this email was sent. Okay, reminder. Here you can see 2 hours after the webinar starts, send this email to those people who did not attend. So those who registered but did not attend, they received the email to watch the webinar. replay, but those who attended it, okay, here I am sending them an email with a training bonus to book a private consultation call. So with this, those who attended a webinar but those who didn't took any action, so I am asking them to book a consultation call through which I later on I can nurture them and then finally I can close them. Okay, so pre and post webinar notifications again I set using Webinarjam. Got it? So this is a world-class quality tool. If in case you also want to try Webinarjam, so you can go to dnaclub.in/Webinarjam. So this is my affiliate link. So you can get 30 days of Webinarjam for just $1 if you use my affiliate link. So this is a world-class quality webinar tool which I am using for conducting all my webinars. Okay, so you can click here on this one, $79 per month basic plan. Click here, start with $1 trial, and just try this for $1 1 month, and later on you can decide whether you want to continue with this or not. Okay, you can later on switch to the monthly plan as well. Okay, all right, so this was step number 5. Step number 6 was I promoted the poster and the registration link on the social media. So once this webinar is set up, so if I go to webinar, so once this webinar is set up, I clicked on your links, and this is a registration page link. This link I promoted on various places, like I promoted this on my Instagram profile, on YouTube post, and also WhatsApp community. I have a WhatsApp community which has around 1000 people, so I promoted this on WhatsApp community as well. And then I sent reminders and created hype on WhatsApp community and my WhatsApp status and Instagram status. On my Instagram story, I mentioned like 1 hour to go, 30 minutes to go. So this way I created an hype on WhatsApp and Instagram both. So these are the 7 steps which I took, and see, to get 78% show up rate, we didn't call anybody. There are no phone reminders, no SMS reminders, only WhatsApp community and only social media, good quality hook, good quality tool, good quality reminders. So these combination of all these things actually helped me to get 78% show up rate. And I saw that 103 people, they attended my live webinar, and we got excellent conversion rate as well. Okay, so this is how I got 78% show up rate in the live webinar, and I hope this you found this entire video valuable. If in case you have any question, you can put in the comment box below. Also subscribe the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Do check out all the links in the video description, and there are some if you also want to attend this webinar, you want to see how I conducted this, and if you want to get a feeling of this tool, then you can go ahead and click on the link below, okay, in this video description. Okay, see you, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.